What's up guys, and welcome to our YouTube channel. Majestic mountains and sparkling seas always attract travelers, but sometimes nature has a bigger trick up her sleeve. Nature is mysterious and unpredictable, and often leaves us open-mouthed at the inexplicable manifestations of its power. Though you may think moving rocks and blood-colored rain is some sort of a joke or miraculous occurrence, science has an explanation for almost everything. From Australia's bubblegum pink lake in a blood-red waterfall in Antarctica to a secret beach in a hole in Mexico and a US valley where stones eerily move, here are the 10 most shocking natural phenomena in the world. 10. Frozen methane bubbles, Canada. They look otherworldly, like flying saucers that dropped into the water and froze, or ancient ice-encapsulated jellyfish. In fact, these icy circles are frozen methane bubbles, pockets of gas that, when trapped underwater and frozen, form a spectacular landscape. Found in winter in high northern latitude lakes like Lake Abraham in Alberta, Canada, these gas bubbles are created when dead leaves, grass, and animals fall into the water, sink, and are eaten by bacteria that excrete methane. The gas is released as bubbles that transform into tens of thousands of icy white disks when they come out into contact with frozen water. It's a stunning but potentially dangerous sight. This potent greenhouse gas not only warms the planet, but also is highly flammable. Come spring, when the ice melts, the methane bubbles pop and fizz in a spectacular release. But if anyone happens to light a match nearby, the masses of methane will ignite into a giant explosion. Curious travelers can see these grassy hiccups in lakes across Canada's Banff National Park, or in the Arctic Ocean of Siberia, where researchers have found gargantuan gas bubbles as large as 900 meters across. 9. Blood Falls, Antarctica. The name says it all. Blood falls in East Antarctica's McMurdo Dry Valleys. Looks like slowly pouring scarlet red blood, staining snowy white Taylor Glacier and Lake Bonny below. It's a surprising and creepy sight to behold. The trickling crimson liquid isn't blood, however, nor is it water dyed by red algae, as early Antarctica pioneers first speculated. In fact, the brilliant tint comes from an extremely salty subglacial lake. About 2 million years ago, a hypersaline body of water became trapped beneath Taylor Glacier, isolated from light, oxygen, and heat. As the salt water trickles through a fissure in the glacier, it reacts with the oxygen in the air to create this spectacular, rust-hued cascade. It's a visual and scientific wonder, and Taylor Glacier, accessible only by helicopter from McMurdo Station or Scott Base or cruise ship in the Ross Sea, is the only spot on Earth to see it. 8. Sailing Stones, US. When visitors stumbled upon scores of heavy stones that appear to have moved across the dried lake bed of Racetrack Playa in California's Death Valley National Park, leaving a telltale trail in their wake, scientists were baffled. How had so many boulders, some weighing 300 kilograms, move as much as 250 meters across this remote part of the valley? Adding to the mystery, some trails were gracefully curved, while others were straight with sudden shifts to the left or right. Who or what had moved the stones? A slew of theories emerged, from magnetic fields to alien intervention, to dust devils to pranksters. It took a NASA scientist to crack the case. In 2006, Ralph Lauren developed a kitchen table model using a small rock frozen in an inch of water in a Tupperware container to demonstrate ice shove, the phenomenon behind the mysterious sailing stones. In winter, Racetrack Playa fills with water and the leak bed stones become encased in ice. Thanks to ice's buoyancy, even a light breeze can send these frozen boulders sailing across the muddy bottom of the lake bed. Stones with rough bottoms leave straight tracks, while those with smooth bottoms drift and digress. Warmer months melt the ice and evaporate the water, leaving only the stones and their mysterious trails. 7. Kawaiijan Lake, Indonesia. Travelers flock to the Indonesian island of Java to see the magnificent Kawaiijan volcano. But what they don't expect to find is the stunning turquoise-hued caldera lake at the volcano's summit. To add to the drama, bright, citrine-colored stones or billows of white gases surround the 1-kilometer-wide aquamarine lake in a spectacular show. One element is responsible for the entire striking scene: sulfur. The magma chamber below the volcano pours sulfuric gases into the lake. Combined with a high concentration of dissolved metals, the gases turn the water a brilliant shade of blue. They also render the Uyuni crater lake the world's largest highly acidic lake, with a pH of 0.5. That same chamber blasts a continuous stream of sulfuric gas from lakeside fumaroles that swirl around the lake. When the gas condenses and falls to the ground, it dyes the lake's surrounding stones a shocking shade of electric yellow. Hydrogen chloride released from the Uyuni volcano mixed with the lake and turned it into an acidic monstrosity that it is today. What makes this place even more stunning, especially at night, is shots of sulfuric gases that combust into glints of bright blue upon contact with air. 6. Hidden Beach, Mexico. It's a vacationer's dream, a secret beach tucked away from the masses, with shade, sun, and pristine water. And this dream comes true at Playa del Amor, more commonly known as Hidden Beach, on one of the Marietta Islands off the coast of Mexico. The unlikely source of this magical little secret, a bomb blast. Mexico began testing bombs in the uninhabited Marietta Islands in the early 1900s, resulting in a gaping hole in the surface of one of the islands. Over time, tides filled the hole with sand and water, creating a secluded watery Eden where determined beach bums can swim, sunbathe, and kayak largely out of sight. 5. Pink Lake Hillier, Australia. Fly over Western Australia for a rare visual treat. Nestled among dense emerald green woodlands, surrounded by the deep blue of the Southern Ocean, are a series of lakes in a shocking shade of bubblegum pink. One of the most well-known is Lake Hillier, a 600-meter-long lake on the edge of Middle Island in the Recherche Archipelago off Western Australia's south coast. Surrounded by a thin ring of sand and an expansive forest of paperbark and eucalyptus trees, the rosy pink lake punctuates a stunning landscape. But even more surprising than its Pepto-Bismol shade is that nobody seems to be able to definitely explain its distinctive color. Possible causes include the presence of green algae that can accumulate high levels of beta-carotene, a red-orange pigment, Haloarchaea, a type of microorganism that appears reddish in large blooms, or a high concentration of pink brine prawn. 4. Fairy Circles, Namibia. Across the rigid grasslands of the Namib Desert lies an eerie sight. Millions of circular patches of land void of plants, each between 2 meters and 15 meters in diameter, arranged in a honeycomb-like pattern across 2,500 kilometers of land. These discs of bare soil known as fairy circles pockmark the landscape in Namibia, as if giant moths ate through the past carpets of grassland. Adding to the mystery, no one knows for certain what causes these outerworldly formation, but there's no shortage of theories. Scientists have suggested radioactive soil, or that toxins released from plants kills the vegetation in circular patterns. Others believe the circles are work of sand termites. To store water, they burrow in the soil in ring-like patterns and consume the roots of vegetation to allow underlying grains of sand to absorb falling rain. Considering the eerie beauty of these phenomena, perhaps the most fitting theory is that of local bushmen, who say fairy circles are nothing less than the footprints of gods. 3. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. For those who have always wanted to touch the sky but have a fear of heights, the world's largest mirror image of it can be found on the salt flats of Bolivia. Boundaries are blurred between the land and the sky as the horizon becomes swallowed by the wild blue yonder. Prehistorically, it was created from the combination of multiple ancient lakes. Presently, it draws people from far and wide to marvel at its reflection. More the majority of the year, Salar de Uyuni stands as a shining white desert of salt. However, when the seasonal flooding occurs, the flats become a location where you can walk amongst clouds. The locale calls to photographers and travelers alike to capture what is considered by some to be the photo opportunity of a lifetime. 2. Moonbow Zimbabwe. This rare atmospheric phenomenon is not a rainbow, but rather a moonbow, as it is caused by the reflection of moonlight instead of sunlight. The best season to experience a moonbow are during the autumn and spring. Such moonbows may be seen close to waterfalls like in Yosemite National Park, California. They may also be seen near Corbin, Kentucky or Victoria Falls, as well as in Africa on the border between Zimbabwe and Zambia, where this picture is from. 1. Sea of Stars, Maldives. The stunning vista of the Sea of Stars on Vadhu Island makes this destination a romantic sight for couples to enjoy. Bioluminescent phytoplankton claims the credits for the blue lights that caught the shore, making the natural spectacle appear as though it was a scene straight from James Cameron's Avatar. The relaxing view makes it easy to dispel the worries of everyday life and appreciate the rewards traveling has to offer. Who needs the neon lights of Vegas when you can find an organic light show like this? Thanks for watching. How we hope that you could enjoy watching our videos. Just like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss out for the next videos.